What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are all having an okay Monday. All right, definitely want to discuss the elephant in the room today. So many of you may know Genfinity is my company. We're putting out a monthly, totally free in perpetuity, like forever, report, as long as the lights are on, obviously, for you all that is kind of a comprehensive view of the entire market. Put out a tweet yesterday, breaking news, Bitcoin becoming ISO 20022 compliant. And the comment section, the peanut gallery, is extremely interesting, to the point where you have some people saying, blocked and reported, or it's clickbait. You know, it's the most asinine thing in the world. This is a legitimate announcement. Obviously, you know, one-to-one, fully backed, collateralized through Impel, who operates over top of the Zinfin network. They use the on-chain bridge to be able to facilitate that. And if you want clickbait, you can go to Cointelegraph, or you can go to some of the tinfoil hat contributors in the XRP community that we all know and love, that are basically talking about 4 or 5 different ISO coins ruling the world, which is the most asinine and stupid thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. This entire ecosystem is and has always been about interoperability with the traditional financial system. That is why digital assets, cryptocurrencies, Web3, everything is tying into the traditional financial system, because they can't go any other way at this point in time. Interoperability has always been key, and for you to say that it's clickbait without even opening your eyes and reading something to understand how these processes are going to work is a very stupid thing to do. So I have to give a shout out to Crypto Eddie, consistently nailing the content down. So I will read through this, since some individuals in this community cannot read, and I'm, thankful for everybody that did, go on and take a look and read through to actually educate themselves without just saying something that's stupid. All right, Impel achieves industry milestone, bringing Bitcoin to ISO 20022 financial messaging. So this is an announcement from Troy Wood, the CEO and founder of Impel, a fintech utilizing XTC's network to provide service offering, including ISO 20022 financial messaging with optional collateral for instant settlement capability to forward-facing banks and financial institutions, achieving an industry-wide milestone. Wrapped Bitcoin has been enabled. Now this is one-to-one, wrapped, collateralized. This is one-to-one. So once one-to-one wraps and moves over onto XTC, that gets removed, basically, or essentially, in theory, removed from the circulating supply of Bitcoin, right? Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to be utilized, but I'm saying common sense tells you that there's going to be multiple winners and multiple losers. If an organization would like to utilize XBTC, they will be able to do so. Just like if they would like to utilize any other assets that start coming onto these, I would say, it's not even like there's not coins that are ISO 20022. It's like it's almost like software, and these organizations are having to maintain the compliance, come up to compliance within ISO 20022. If that wants to be utilized, that will certainly happen. I mean, just because that's the way that this industry is going. Everything essentially moves towards interoperability and utility. The best asset for the best use case is going to win out. But for us to sit here and say 4 or 5 are just going to be the end-all, be-all, I think is asinine. And you guys know my feeling on Bitcoin. I have a tiny bit of Bitcoin in my Roth thing, but that's about it. I'm not incentivized to spread lies about Bitcoin. Wrapped Bitcoin has been enabled across the XDC network as a means of collateralized payment/settlement with ISO 20022 compliant financial messaging. Now, I'm not going to read this entire thing. You guys can go through and read this, because, quite frankly, these comments today are a little bit ridiculous. But, if you'd like to read it, you'd like to educate yourselves a little bit, I think this was announced 24 hours before it's going to be announced through, I think, 160 or 180 global publications. Feel free to go ahead and take a read through. Again, huge shout out to Crypto Eddie. Huge shout out to Citizen of the Future. Some of you guys may know him on Twitter as well, and he has got a YouTube. Did a fantastic mind map around the kind of the flow of what's occurring here. You can see collateral options for Impel's financial messaging, Impel clients, services for financial messaging, on-chain bridge wraps Bitcoin one-to-one, collateral to send over the XTC network, wrapped or XBTC as an XRC20 token is used as collateral for payment. And Impel obviously facilitates within ISO 20022 compliance, etc., 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 etc. You know, it really does kind of piss me off because, you know, I didn't do a video since last Monday for a reason. The end of the month for me is very heavy into going into all of the content, like 57, 56, 57 pages of content from all these contributors and making sure that it's formatted in a way that reciprocates as much value as we're trying to provide. We're trying to run the gamut with pretty much this entire ecosystem. So, you know, it is what it is. If you don't want to read something that's completely free in perpetuity, I could give two shits less. Don't do it. Or go look at a Cointelegraph article, or go watch whoever you want to watch in these siloed ecosystems, just talking about tinfoil hat conspiracy theories that are completely stupid. But we're putting in the work. We're doing it for free. We're providing a service to you all. If it helps one person, I'll continue trying to do it forever. And I'm not making a freaking dime off of what we're doing with this report, and I won't. This report will stay free. Does Genfinity have plans in the future to bridge out and do certain things? 1,000%. Are we going to try to take care of the initial community that's stuck with us? 1,000%. But the report's never going to move from being free. So, all right. Last but not least, European Central Bank today puts out this working paper towards the holy grail of cross-border payments. Now, if you do read through this, there is actually a little bit of a hit piece on Bitcoin because I'm not, like I said before, like I'm not incentivized with the Lighthouse Report aspects to provide stupid narratives and false news. I just try to present everything that I actually see. And European Central Bank essentially stating, you know, Bitcoin as the holy grail for cross-border payments probably doesn't have it, right? But if you read through the conclusion, I'm not going to read all this, 59 pages, obviously. There's some really interesting aspects at the very end here. So the two solutions that rank at the top tier of the quote-unquote holy grail for cross-border payments are essentially the CBDCs that have an FX or a foreign exchange conversion layer. And there are the other one is, hold on one second, let me try to find it. First, there are synergies between the two in the sense that organizing competitive foreign exchange conversion layers is instrumental, as well as solving issues, etc., etc. Oh, shoot, I'm not going to be able to find the first one here, guys. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This thing is so freaking long. And, of course, they don't have a table of contents. All right, one of them dealt in a CBDC aspect between different nations with an FX conversion layer. Well, you can see right here, that's number 8, interoperable CBDC with FX conversion layer. Let me see if I can find number 7 for you guys. And number 7 is, okay, interlinked instant payment systems with a foreign exchange conversion layer. We have to ask ourselves, how are they going to make these foreign exchange conversions? Think about certain, you know, maybe bridge assets that we all know and love. What could potentially facilitate interlinking, you know, either A, instant payment systems, or interlinking CBDCs with foreign exchange conversion, because they basically said that CBDCs are too closed-looped, it's too siloed in, and there's obviously probably a lot of red tape between different nations as well. What could facilitate that bridging? And, you know, I think it's probably going to be a combination of tying in instant payment systems with conversion layers along with CBDCs. It's kind of going to be this big mesh pool of value and liquidity. And, you know, you guys know my opinion on this. I think the best assets under that purview probably win out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Probably a little bit of a shorter one. I know I was ranting for a little bit there, but I appreciate all your guys' support. You know, this is about the most non-clickbaity thing that anybody could do in this entire space, is spending literally, last week I probably spent 50 or 60 hours just trying to get this content out to you guys. I mean, this entire gamut of the entire market on a monthly basis. So, you know, we're certainly not done tweaking it and making it better and better and better, but this is all free. It's sweat equity. It's basically blood, sweat, and tears to try to get this out on a monthly basis. So I do get pissed off when people try to talk shit on something that when they don't even have the willingness to read what's actually being presented, because they want to stick in their siloed narrative of whatever to gain 2 followers a day on Twitter. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be back with deep dives and like content tomorrow. So I'll talk to you guys. Bye.